Happy birthday, Auntie Deb. Now we're making a coffee video to teach you how to use your new machine. So Sophie's going to take the video. And this is me. Right, hi. Okay, so if you've done your milk and you've got some left in the jug, point out that, Sophie. There's nothing wrong with that. So if you have some, just stick it back in the fridge and use it the next time you make a coffee, because if anything it's just sterilised or something. The only thing it won't do, it won't expand again, but it's perfectly fine for using. But that's not going to be quite enough, so we just add a little bit more, and everything's going to be really quite cold. Okay, so I've already put my coffee in it because you don't have a grinder. You put it in, you tamper it down like that. Are you watching, Soph? You getting it? So quite firmly. You actually need to be able to go upside down. So not really, really tight, but tight enough that you can go like that. Then you stick it in there, ready to go. Now I've got no idea if your machine can do the coffee and the milk at the same time, but it doesn't really matter. The idea is that you do your milk first, and then you've actually got lots of things to do to the milk while you can be doing your coffee. Now you'll see me hanging on to this. That's just because our machine's getting a bit old and it needs a new seal. Okay, so you always put it on a little bit because a little bit of water will come out. So just get rid of the water. Okay, so make sure the steam's coming through. Then what you do, you put the wand in, so it's actually sitting, depending on your machine, right at the top of the milk, or even just above the milk. So if I might have to do this. Okay, and turn it on. So I'm just showing. So it's got to make that kissy noise. So as it expands, I wonder if Auntie keep pointing at me as well, because Auntie did not that hear me. As it expands, you need to put the wand up a little bit more, because as it expands, the milk gets higher, and the wand always needs to be sitting just on the top of the milk, depending on your machine. So either just in the milk or just on the top. It's going to make that kissy noise. And the idea is sometimes you see people sort of making the milk fluffy. You actually don't want it fluffy. It's very 1980s. You want it velvety smooth. And as far as temperature goes, you want it so that you can put your finger on it, but you can't keep your finger on it. So at the moment, see, I can actually keep my finger on it. Okay, so just while that sets up, I'm just letting it. Okay, so it's starting to get a little bit hotter now. Okay, so see how I can still just hold it on. See, I can't really hold it on now, so that's when you take it off. Okay, so have a look at that. Okay, now if there's a few bubbles in it, you could give it a bang, you twirl it around. So the idea is, I'll just borrow that, Soph. The idea is you want it quite smooth. So while you're doing that, that's when you turn everything on. Alright, there you go. Okay, so hang on, do the milk, Soph. So this is when you can be banging it, twirling it around. So basically you're wanting it all velvety, very velvety. I hope that volume's okay. Okay, so see how velvety that is? So it's not fluffy at all. So then you pour it in quite gently. And then if you're doing a cappuccino, if you're being a little bit naughty, you put your little bit of chocolate on. Okay, and then you actually continue on, so that just gives it that nice look. And then if you want to, you can just put a little bit more chocolate on. And you can just stick that milk back in the fridge. It depends how much. I mean, I'll probably, look at me now, Soph. I probably won't bother, to be honest, but you can actually just stick that back in the fridge and use it for your next cup of coffee. Alright, oh, and then, you know how to clean the machine. Alright, bye, happy birthday, Deb. Say happy birthday, Auntie Deb.
Happy birthday, Auntie Deb.